Hey, y'all. So a TruBrain update. I'm about halfway through the box. If you don't know what TruBrain is, it's like brain juice, essentially. It helps your memory. It helps focus, sharp focus and shit. I don't know. The neuroscientists at UCLA pretty much created this so their students would stop using Adderall. That's personally what I think, because UCLA does have a big Adderall problem, as do many major genius universities. So anyways, that being said, while I down my second TruBrain, it hasn't quite kicked in, by the way. I took the orange line instead of the green line train yesterday coming home. Whoops. And I left my phone at my auntie's house last night. Yeah, so they say it takes some people longer for it to fully kick in. So I still got tomorrow and the day after to go. So maybe I'm just pretty slow, which I know my memory's slow. Anyways, what I really, I'm serving out. It's delicious though. I came on here to talk about the fucking housing discrimination against Black folks. So an acquaintance of mine that I went to high school with lives in Arkansas. And she was recently on the apartment hunt to find her and her daughter a home. Typical shit. It's about to enter prime time real estate season, right? So she went to two different apartment places. The first one she went to, she had a white lady talk to her all kind of sideways and shit like that, talking about she didn't want no riffraff up in the apartment building and stuff like that, and telling her that she needed to put a deposit down and stuff like that, and that she needed to pay 6 months in advance. Excuse me. You talking about you want 6 months of advance rent in Arkansas? Where they do that at? No. And she also said some off the wall shit to my acquaintance. That's not cool. So she went across the street to the other apartment complex, right? And they was talking some other out the wall shit too. Talking about doctors and lawyers live here and blah 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 and this and that. Like it's just like if you read her post, because it's on my page under this video, if you read her post, it's clearly discriminatory. I mean, it's just like, how rude can you be to a complete stranger trying to find a home for themselves and their daughter? Like, really? Like, you just see a Black woman face and immediately think what? Like, really? These are, like, basic human needs are food, water, and shelter. Food, water, and shelter. These are basic human needs. But yet, here in America in 2018, you want to treat somebody sideways while they're trying to provide a house over their head for their family. And you got the nerve to be treating them sideways, talking about, oh, you need 6 months of rent in advance. And, oh, we don't want no riffraff over here. First complaining you out the building. Excuse me? You don't even know what I do for a hobby. Hell, she could be a yoga instructor for all you know, and she's namasteing. She all about that silence and tranquility for all you know. And for fact, she is a queen. She ain't about that ratchet shit. So that's why it really made me mad. Because I'm like, they don't even know her. Patrice is an excellent woman. She ain't about to have no Cardi B ass parties up in her apartment. Come on. It's just really sad. It's really sad. Like, people just see a Black face and they just think the worst. They don't think mother. They don't think doctor. They don't think lawyer. They don't think caregiver. They don't think positive shit. And it's like, we're humans at the end of the day, just trying to go about living our life. But just to live your life as a Black person in America is stressful. And we got all these little institutions put in here. Some of it's overt. Some of it's like all undercover and shit. Talking about 6 months of rent. Bitch. I can't. It's just really disgusting. And yeah, y'all could say, oh, well, that's down south. That's bullshit. Especially y'all friends that are from Chicago. We know the same shit happens up here. Okay? The same shit happens here too. And we up north. My New York friends, the same shit happens there. We can keep going. My LA friends, go ahead and put in comments. The same shit happen everywhere. So don't even try to blame it on, well, that's Arkansas, that's down south. It's not. It's not. Not at all. That shit is trifling. And what's crazy is, if we wanted to be on some Wakanda Forever stuff and do what they're doing to us back to them, like, for example, let's say we got together and we bought up some empty apartment buildings in Chicago. We renovated those bitches and we rented them out. But let's say on the Craigslist, we're saying to people of color only, or to black folks only, or Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? Or if we read through the applications and it got out that we were only accepting black families and black couples and black individuals into our apartments, then we'll have a lawsuit against us because we're discriminating and not letting other colors, aka white folks, up in our apartment building. Then we'll have a lawsuit. Oh, but white folks do this all the time. White corporations do this all the time. Where they lawsuits at? Where they at in the Chicago Tribune? Because I ain't seeing them. Where they at? Huh? Where they at? Do not forget, here in Chicago, back in the 50s, when white folks was selling their houses to black folks to live in, and black folks was paying rent or mortgages, what they thought they were paying, to these white folks, and they never got the deed for their house. They never got an agreement for it, and the white folks took that shit back whenever they could, and black folks lost their money. Families was out on the street. Don't forget your history about black discrimination in Chicago, okay? This shit happens all over the country. This shit is delicious. This just blows my mind. So obviously I ran. I ain't gonna pose a question. So what we gonna do, y'all? This is my solution or my personal experience. So I bought a building in Chicago by my damn self, but I had a dream team. This is what I mean by dream team. When I went on the house hunt, I knew I needed a realtor, I needed a loan officer, and I needed a lawyer. Those are three main people you need to buy a home. No matter if you're doing it by your goddamn self, you're doing it with your husband, your wife, whoever, your partner, whoever, your homie, whoever it is, these are things you need to get the process done in America. That's just how the system works. So I didn't want to work with just anybody because I had a white realtor reach out to me. I wasn't feeling his vibes, okay? Because I'm very specific in what I wanted, and I wanted my realtor to understand me. It's all about relationship building. So the realtor I picked, she was a black woman. She gets it. Bougie, but black. She gets it, okay? My realtor was black. My loan officer was a woman who has some melanin in her. I don't remember exactly what the mix is, but she got some melanin in her, okay? Melanin. All right. My lawyer, I couldn't get around it. He was white, but he was cool. He was cool. But my point is, when it comes to business or home ownership or whatever like that, try to do business with people you're more comfortable with that have your best interests at heart. That's something you can control. You cannot control the system that we are in, unfortunately, unless you get into law enforcement or politics or something like that and then do some change. You can do that. But if you're too lazy for that like me, I ain't trying to go into politics, no. Then control the people around you. Try doing that. And for me, my house buying experience was positive. My realtor, Leslie, is the shit. She got me from start to finish. We chatted and stuff like that. Like, I be following her on Instagram, her cute little kids and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a relationship. My loan officer, she hustling and stuff like that. Got her own office now for her company. I'm super proud of her. That's the shit I'm talking about. We can support women-owned businesses, black-owned businesses and stuff like that. And, I mean, sometimes some of them are kind of ratchet, not gonna lie. Like, I went to this black buffet over here. that food just looked like it was sitting there for 3 days. Like they took the leftovers out and reheated them suckers, and the church group came in and ate damn near all of it. And it's just like the scraps looking. It was a bad buffet. We walked out that bitch. We didn't even go there. So I'm not saying, oh, just support them because they black owned and they women owned. No. Find stuff that's in your best interest. Work with that and keep it moving. And when it comes to apartment finding, I've had the same experiences my acquaintance had, right? I have, unfortunately. And you know what you got to do? You got to think of yourself first, because you work hard for your motherfucking money. And your home is something you shouldn't play with, because it's the place of tranquility. It is your home. If you already stressed to work, you stressed out, said you stressed with this, but you have to come home and you stressed being at home, you ain't gonna have no peace nowhere. You ain't gonna have no peace nowhere. Or you be pissed off because the leasing agent folks always rude as fuck to you and stuff like that for no fucking reason. Like you just being there is like a problem. Nah, you live there. What the fuck? They should be gracious to your ass because you paying their motherfucking bills. You hear me? Shit. Don't put up with that shit. You go into a leasing office and they don't treat you right or greet you, you better walk the fuck out of there and find somebody else. That's your money. You can choose where your money goes. I don't know why some people just kind of like settle with stuff because they're used to it and this is how it is. No. You ain't got to put up for how the system treats you. You don't have to put up with how a business treats you. There are other businesses and other apartment complexes and other loan offices and other banks out there. You better do your fucking due diligence, because we ain't got to put up with this shit. Don't put up with this shit. You don't have to. Hell, having our ancestors put up with enough shit, it's 2018, you still gonna put up with the same shit they was dealing with back in the 50s? Hell so nah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hashtag I can't. I can't go. So I hope this is some inspiration to y'all. If you're in the home buying process, apartment buying, whatever, you hate your boss or some shit like that, shit, move companies. Some companies treat you awesome. Shit, I'm just saying. Not all companies have the man in the office. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. Peace and hair grease.